winter trip to the South Island. Awesome rivers, awesome views, and good mates. In this trip, I am joined by Aaron and Rich. So we're kicking off this trip at Lake Coleridge. It's about an hour and a half west of Christchurch. Got a stonking day today. The lake is beautifully shiny and there's not a breath of wind, so I'm looking forward to this. From the beaches of the far north to the stunning scenery of the South Island, plan your next trip with Overland Navigator. Keep up with other explorers out on the tracks and build the perfect next trip for you. Check it out in the app or Play Store today. It was so good to be back in the South Island again. Annoyingly, on the way up to the lake, someone failed to stop and plowed into the front of me, but hey, I wasn't going to let that stop me from having an awesome trip. So one concern I've got for this trip is the weather. It's not too bad at the moment, but there's been a bit of rain coming through tonight. I haven't got a snorkel, so see how we're going. I'm meeting out with a couple of mates tonight, and I guess worst comes to worst, any high rivers, they can tow me through them tomorrow. It should be good. It's cool to be back down in the South Island. Closed in bad weather, Linden Road is a cool little drive along the side of the lake towards the hills. So I've taken the little detour down to Lake Coleridge here. I've been in this area once before and didn't actually get to see the lake itself, so I thought I'd shoot down now and just have a bit of a look, and it's pretty cool. So this is one of the largest lakes in New Zealand that doesn't have a natural drain, so there's no river or anything from it, and there's a hydro scheme here, which from memory is way further up there. But yeah, I just thought I'd come down to the lake and have a bit of a look. It is pretty cool. Having lost over an hour trying to sort out the damage to my car, I pulled over for a bit of lunch on the side of one of the lakes. The setup in this car works so well, I'm super amped with it. And with that, it was time to head up the first river. It always boggles my mind just how different the South Island is. We have nothing like this up in the north. So one thing that I've been promised about these rivers is they're not going to be too deep. No snorkel was brave, but should be all good. This is pretty cool. I can get across here, I can see the exit, and keep on rolling. I realised as I was crossing this river that I've never really done any water work in this car. It's mostly just been beaches and stuff. But all good though, which was kind of cool. No worries at all. I think I'm nearly at the fork of the Harper and Avoca rivers, so I figure out what I'm going to do. I'm waiting for a call on the old GME. Let me know when they're in the valley, and yeah, we're going to head up towards the hut. Bloody in place. I've got a bit of a predicament here. This is slightly deeper and slightly faster than I was expecting. Where I want to be is just across the river. I just don't know. Just don't know. There's a bit more water in there than I was anticipating, unfortunately for me. Figure out what I'm going to do. There's potentially another track up in the hills there that I can use, but it drops me further up, and who knows what that's going to be like. With rivers being something I just don't drive very often, I decided to play it safe and wait for Aaron and Rich to arrive in the valley. I know it doesn't look like much on camera, but there was quite a lot of flow and quite a lot of water heading through there. Alrighty, so caught up with Rich and Aaron, and basically Rich comes up here all the time. He runs tours, and he said no go on this river. Basically, we can get through now, but there's meant to be a bunch of rain overnight, and it's bumpy. We basically don't want to get stuck. I've got a ferry in a few days, so push out of here and find somewhere else to camp. Gutted. I really wanted to get up these valleys, but this is not meant to be on this trip. It's late, it's dark. I assume it looks pretty good outside, but I can hardly see. So we shouldn't be too far from where we're planning on camping for the night, and I guess tomorrow I better show you guys where we actually are. Just can't see much. So it was wet and wild last night, but to wake up to the views looking like this, I can't complain. So we're gonna head back down to the Wilberforce River now and wind our way back out of here. It's not quite where I want it to be, but again, it's a pretty sweet place. So we rocked up here in the dark last night and you couldn't see any of this. Waking up this morning, unzipping the swag and just waking up to these hills, this view, it's incredible. It's my first time up here and will not be the last. The valley, I don't really have words. It is absolutely beautiful up here, especially with these kind of soft clouds and stuff on the hills. So yeah, we're not doing the entire Wilberforce today. We're going to shoot back down now to the Harper village and figure out what the plan is from there. But what a place to wake up. This is next level cool. If you like river crossings, the Wilberforce is pretty hard to beat. It's crossing after crossing after crossing. There's so much water up here, it's pretty cool. The river levels had definitely increased overnight, so I was kind of glad that we went up this valley instead of the one I had originally planned. With a mere taste of the area under my belt, I said goodbye to Aaron and Rich and pushed back out to the highway. The goal being to get to camp before it got dark. It didn't succeed unfortunately, but that's all good, it was still an amazing drive up the coast. With the accident damage, my view was pretty poor all the way up to Pui Pui campsite. I got a little bit fancy and cooked up some Korean beef and rice for dinner before jumping in the swag and crashing out for the night. Pui Pui campsite was interesting. I'm in no rush to go back there again, but part of that was possibly that it was the middle of winter and the sun just hadn't come through. With that out of the way, I pushed up Pui Pui Road and there was a lookout I wanted to go and find at the end. About 15 minutes north of Kaikoura, Pui Pui Road runs through the valley and follows the river. So I was hoping to get up there to that fire lookout, but sadly not. Private property from the ends of the road here. That's a bugger. Would have been cool to get way up into the hills and look out over the Kaikoura coast. But never mind. We're here, and if I come over here, it's been worth it. This is just a gravel road with a couple of fords, but right at this time of year, oh man, I can get you guys, look at that. Go over here. Not a lamppost, but look out those hills. Gutted we can't get up to the lookout though. Never mind. So yeah, Pui Pui Road. It's pretty basic. A few little fords. It's one of the I've just always wanted to come up and have a bit of a look. I'm going to shoot out of here and keep pushing north. Could ferry in a couple of hours. So that has been a pretty cool trip. Despite everything, the car crash on the very first day, the weather, the rain, the cold, I don't care. This has been awesome. It's been so good to get back down here and head up to a whole bunch of new places that I've never been before. So yeah, go now, take the disco home. I need to get it fixed, obviously. It needs a warrant, and it needs a bit of work. It's a little bit unhappy after that trip, but that's all good. We'll get it sorted, back down to Christchurch. I've got about an hour to go before I hit Picton. And I can see the North Island just out there, where I'm heading later on this afternoon. Obviously all these tracks are on Overland Navigator. Open your app, make sure you're on Pro, and you'll see everything that I've done, along with hundreds of other routes all around the country. See you later.